Message and data rates may apply.
When did it become okay for men to be lazier, softer, fatter? We need to bring the men of this country back to greatness. And it's easier than ever with Ageless Male Max, a patent-pending formula with an ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone, promoting greater increases in muscle size and twice the reduction of body fat percentage than exercise alone. Plus, an amazing 64% increase in nitric oxide, which can be handy in the gym and in the bedroom. Take your manhood to the max by trying your first 30-day bottle free. Just pay shipping and handling. Not 10 days, not 15 days, but a full 30-day supply free when you text the word LIFT to 797979. Finally, a formula that boosts total testosterone. If your results with Ageless Male Max are too intense, please decrease use. For your free bottle, text LIFT to 797979. Text LIFT to 797979.
Happy to have you here for these highly questionable proceedings. Less happy to have him here for these highly questionable proceedings. What do you like today, Izzy?
I'm here anyway, Dan. It's September 5th, and we have an NHL topic, so you know it's going to be a good one.
Oh, no. Dale, papi.
Is Terry Bradshaw's criticism of Mike Tomlin warranted?
The world tour of Terry Bradshaw criticizing Mike Tomlin, now going on its like second or third year, is fairly amazing to watch because usually a Steeler great doesn't go after current Steelers, and usually broadcasters don't go after current coaches quite this way. He prefers a harder style. He doesn't want a guy who wants to be a player's coach or hugged by his players, so he thinks the Steelers are soft. And this is what I would ask you in the assessment of Tomlin, because I really don't know how you assess it. He's got one of the best wide receivers we've ever seen. He's got one of the best running backs we've ever seen. We've got a champion at quarterback. So has that team underachieved or overachieved? Because if Bill Belichick had those things, you wouldn't expect him to be losing to Mike Tomlin.
Well, Terry Bradshaw wants something that he knew, something that he was familiar with, and Mike Tomlin is not that. But regardless of the method, if you just look at the numbers, Mike Tomlin's winning percentage has been very similar to Bill Belichick's. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, and this is the NFL, a time in the NFL that has been dominated by 2 things, the Patriots and parity. And in that time, he was still able to get to 2 Super Bowls and win one. And it's not everything that's failing about this team is his fault. If you look at the situation with players, they don't like to pay players. They've got Le'Veon Bell right now, a few days before their season starts, not showing up again for the second year before game 1 because they're not paying him. And he is, as Dan said, arguably the best running back in the league. So to judge Tomlin, comparing him to other coaches or past coaches is ridiculous. Just look at what he's done in this era. It's been very, very good.
Well, Tomlin hasn't won anything in about 12 years. But Bradshaw hasn't won anything in about 40 years. So what are you complaining about it? Get off his case, you know what I mean? Just broadcast the games, that's all. Who had the more impressive win, Serena or Rafa?
Oh, Rafa gave us the moment of the tournament here, rallying with that giant left arm of his, and then he's looking at the heavens, enjoying winning in a 5th set tiebreaker, going almost 5 hours, and under normal circumstances, you would say that, but we're comparing it to the droning excellence of Serena Williams, who continues to be more dominant at her sport than anyone is at their sport, and now doing so after giving birth. Serena Williams' run through this tournament, even as a lower seed, is more amazing than just about anything you'll see, given that she was the one giving birth.
I think these two might be the most physical marvels in the history of tennis when you consider not just what they do, but how long they've done it for. Watching Rafa Nadal, you thought his game would not age very well. You thought he'd fall off a cliff because of, man, it's so physical, it's so fast, he gets to everything. And here he is at 32, still number 1 in the world, and coming back from being bageled in the first set at the U.S. Open. And then you've got Serena. Serena's matches are always the same to me. It's her versus herself. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. Once she starts to figure herself out and gets in a groove and has that conversation with herself or with her people, in her corner, then she's done. Like, it's over. The opponent is done. So watching Serena is almost like a study of the modern athlete. It's amazing to watch all the time.
Oh, man, that match last night, Rafa match, it went too long, man. I mean, I was watching and I couldn't take it anymore. So I went to bed and half an hour later, I get up and had to go to the bathroom and I went in and I turned the TV on. It was still on. So, turn it off. I went back to bed again, 45 minutes later, I had to go to the bathroom again. I get up again, and I went in and I went to the TV set that was still going on as only. I went back, about an hour later, I had to get up and go to the bathroom again. I went to eat. I went to see, turn the TV set on. We're still going on. So holy I went to bed, and I went back again about 2 hours later, you know what I mean? Because I had to go to, I got to go to the bathroom about 5 or 6 times. And every time I get up, the TV set was on, and the match was on, and everybody was going on that match.
Did I hear you have a snack in between all those trips to the bathroom there?
Into the bathroom. He just took it into the bathroom with him.
I usually eat prunes at night.
There it is. A little bonus fact for you. I usually eat prunes at night.
Should Garnett, Rondo, and Pierce suck it up and show for Ray Allen's Hall of Fame induction on Friday?
No, I hope that they go the rest of their lives petty squabbling like this, all the way to the nursing home and beyond where they're Bill Russell shooting middle fingers at each other. They have not forgiven him for going to the Miami Heat, and Rajon Rondo has been carrying this torch for a while, and he will not let it go. I enjoy it as a consumer, but if you're the Celtics or if you're Ray Allen, it'd be better for humanity if they got along a little bit better.
Can we retroactively give Doc Rivers a raise as a Celtics coach? Because it's been 10 years since their championship. He's still coaching these guys. They cannot get along. And actually, if you want to give Doc Rivers a raise retroactively, think about what he had to do with these personalities. Everybody says, oh, that was the perfect fit of a super team, perfect complementary parts. And it was. But their personalities, absolutely insane individually. Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen, go back and read stories. He seems like a nice guy. He's a very nice guy, but he's very complicated. Paul Pierce, very egotistical, if you will. And I don't think I need to tell you anything about Kevin Garnett and why he's weird. So, Doc, great job.
The guy that has to show up is LeBron, Ray Allen won him a championship. Are you kidding me? He owes everything to Ray Allen. Are you kidding me?
He should give the speech. He should drive him over there. He should do anything Ray needs for the entire weekend.
They flip the Stanley Cup with beer, or how do they do
the keg stand. It's that you turn yourself over and
you do a handstand on top of it, and then just drink out of it.
Oh, wow. Is the NHL right to ask players to not do keg stands out of the Stanley Cup?
Not since Colin Cowherd uprated Baker Mayfield and said the phrase, pelvic thrusting, not a fan, has greater repression been seen throughout sports trying to take the fun out of the most fun trophy. Alexander Ovechkin spent the entire offseason, as far as any of us could tell, doing nothing but drinking. Some of my favorite stories involve Mike Modano eating from the Stanley Cup with Pantera, spending a couple of days in a house that had to be disgusting after they were done with it. I want more keg stands on the cup, not fewer keg stands.
What about the Stanley Cup is it that people like? Is it because it's beautiful? Is it because it's engraved with all the champions? Or is it because occasionally someone does a keg stand or puts their baby in it or eats cereal out of it or lies naked on it? That's what we want to see with the Stanley Cup. And there have been too many advancements in sports for you not to be able to reinforce that cup to let even the heaviest of NHL players do keg stands on it. I will not have this, NHL. I will not.
Wow, he will not have it, as if he's got a choice.
I told you it was a serious NHL subject.
There will not be any having of it.
Well, you can put a lot of stuff inside that cup. And that cup there, you can put the spaghetti, you can put beer, you can put meatballs, you can urinate in it, everything. You know what I mean? That's it's a variety of things that you can do there.
Why are you urinating on your meatballs?
Well,
That's not the celebration we had in mind.
Why are you urinating on meatballs? Woo, that's a party.
Well, it gives it a little zing. Coming up next on my son's TV show, Calais Campbell.
He sounds like a friendly monster.
So my first game check, I got fined in the preseason, and so my game check, they took a lot of it because I got a roughing the passer. It was against the Saints. And so my first game check was $250.
Oh, no.
$250.
No.
AARP can help you become your healthiest self. It's why we offer health tips for your body and your brain. So take on today and every day with AARP. Learn how at takeontoday.aarp.
Yes, Campbell.
He is a menace of a human being. He does not like Izzy. What he says goes. Izzy is out of here. Let's talk to the former Miami star, current Jags defensive end. Calais, when did you know that you were a little bit different in terms of size? Is it something that you had throughout your childhood that you were a little bit bigger than everyone else?
Yeah, I got 5 brothers, and we're all pretty big guys. And so I was always kind of normal in my mind. You know, it wasn't until I got to like high school, you know, I shot up a couple extra inches that I realized I was just like way bigger than everybody else. You know, I started standing out a lot different, but really, my whole life I was normal.
Wait a minute, the Campbell brothers are all the same size? So everybody's running 6'8", 280?
Nah, I mean, but like growing up, everybody was bigger. You know, we were just bigger around the neighborhood, but I was very normal. Like I had three older brothers, they're always bigger than me until I got to be like 15. You know, so I mean, you know, they're all like 6'3", 6'4", you know, like 220, 230. So, you know, when they stopped, you know, I kept going.
Well, how did this work in the household? What did the high school fights look like? Were you on the wrong end of those, or were you the one who won those?
Yeah, I used to lose a lot until I was about 15 when I got bigger than them. You know, then I started flexing my muscle a little bit, but, you know,
Tell me one of those stories. No, tell me one of those stories. Tell me one of those stories where you've been taking the beating, and then 15, here comes the bigger guy.
Oh, yeah. So I got a brother that's like 1 year older than me. His name is Kiari. He used to beat me up, I mean, all the time, you know, kind of like, you know, I mean, we had a good relationship. You know, our family was very tight-oriented, but, you know, when he had a problem with me, you know, he used to always win. And I have my oldest brother, he's 4 years older than me. And he used to always, like, try to encourage me to fight back and don't take it, you know. And then I remember, like, just, you know, when I was probably like 13 for the first time when I really just started, like, just fighting back as hard as I could. And I was, you know, I was hanging with him. I still lost, but I was hanging with him. And that was like the, you know, satisfying
You lost your fear, though. But you lost your fear, though, right?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell me what it looked like to stare at your first NFL paycheck? The first check that you got, if it wasn't direct deposited, if you got a check, how long did you stare at it? What can you tell us about the story?
So my first game check, I got fined in the preseason. And so my game check, they took a lot of it because I got a roughing the passer. It was against the Saints. And so my first game check was $250.
Oh, no.
$250. No. And they hung it on the bulletin board because that same day, Carlos Dansby's check was $250,000. So they put our game checks next to each other. It was hilarious. I mean, literally, guys clowning me the whole day talking about you playing for free.
All right, so wait a minute. How much did they take from you? And they put your check next to Dansby's $250,000 game check.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. I mean, it was like tickets for family. You know, they did all the deductions, you know, but most of it was because I got fined. I think it was like $7,500 for the fine and then like tickets for family. And I might have got some other stuff to me because, I mean, back then the check was like $13,000 usually. So
that's a great story. What was something that arrived with professional success that you were not expecting? What is something that arrived with money that you wish you had handled better because it caught you off guard?
Oh, man. I mean, I didn't know much about taxes. I didn't know that, you know, I thought when I first checked when it was said, you know, you're going to get a certain amount. You're getting all that. I didn't know they would take taxes.
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't know, right. You didn't know how much they were going to be taking out, that it would be 20, 30%.
Yeah, I thought when I got a check that said it was supposed to be $20,000, I thought it was going to be $20,000. I didn't think it was going to be 13, you know.
Right.
But
did you go to complain to anybody, or you just looked at it and said, this can't be right? I know Shaq is always making this joke about when I find Fika, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah, no, I didn't go complain to anybody though, but there is a story one time I went and asked some guys around the league because I was nervous. So, you know, we get player performance checks. And I never heard of a player performance check. Nobody ever told me, like nobody gave me the heads up that would be coming. And so I remember my first year, I played a lot of special teams, played, you know, good on defense, and, you know, I earned myself a pretty hefty check. But I didn't know it was coming, so I got a check in the mail, I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is $90,000. It's like, I think somebody made a mistake. How am I supposed to get this? You know, so I didn't know if I was supposed to say anything or, you know, like, how does this work, you know? So I asked one of the guys, you know, I think it might have been Antonio Smith, actually. I was like, man, hey, what's up with this check, man? Did they make a mistake? He's dying laughing. So, man, that's your player performance check, man.
That is great. Papi, what do you have for Calais Campbell?
Yes, Calais, what is the best prank you have ever seen in the locker room?
Oh, best locker room prank
ever. The best
ever.
locker room prank?
The best one ever, yes.
Oh, man, that's too many going through my head to pick the best one. You know, Larry Fitzgerald is a big prankster. And I remember one time when I was like my second or third year in the league, there was an offensive lineman, I can't remember the dude's name, but he had pulled a prank and the dude was upset he was ready to fight him. It was, man, I can't remember dude's name. But, you know, there's a lot of good pranks that go along.
I'll give you the good prank. It's that your first check was supposed to be for $250,000 and Carlos Dansby stole it. I'm sorry to break it to you this way. It's awkward. See you later. Thank you for being on with us, Calais.
Thanks for having me.
I'm a squeaky toy, and I've got one job, getting chomped on by this little ankle sniffer. So pardon me for feeling inept compared to Geico, who does so much more. Like while I'm getting slobbered on, Geico is creating cool technology like their mobile app, which lets people pay their bills or file a claim. Plus, Geico is the fastest growing auto insurer for the last 10 years. Is it too much for me to ask for one more feature? Fast and friendly claim service like Geico, maybe? Oh, great. I'm getting buried again.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
The game that they start shaving his legs and feel so smooth and supple. Do you question?
You missed a spot. You give us topics and events, we question
them. Do you question if this snake was out of line?
Drew Rosenhaus.
Dwayne Wade.
What did Drew Rosenhaus do? Dwayne Wade. What do we know? He's not saying that about you, Dwayne. He's the one who says it about you. And delights in doing so. What do we have here?
Oh, real snake.
Guys, lihat ya.
He's gonna bite his face and grab his nose.
Ini ular ini aku taruh di kepala. Ini namanya ular, kepala ular.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, not out of line. Totally in line with the behavior of a snake.
That is pretty calm behavior by somebody whose head is getting bit by a snake. I'm not good. I'm good.
I mean... that is right there. That's when your face dissolves into, oh no, I've got a snake biting my skull.
Make sure your hair is okay, too.
Well, his head got hurt, but it could have been worse.
How could it have been worse? Oh, yes, it could have been worse. He's so right about this. Yes, I remember this. And there you go. What's the worst way to lose hair? Clearly, to a rotating corn cob of some sort.
But was it delicious?
He said, what happened to the back of your head there? You were eating corn and all this.
He can't even get it out. He's so funny. Can't even get it out. It is what happened in the back of my head. It is. He was trying to eat corn behind me. That is what happened.
Do you question if this guy should make someone's practice squat?
Okay, we go to an animal of some sort. Should this animal make a practice squad?
Oh,
yeah.
This actually might be genius. Save some human heads in a football practice and use the goat. Look at the strength on this. So casual, such great form on the tackle.
Sheep, they can be nasty. You don't want to mess around with them.
Sheep can be nasty.
That's right. There we go. There you go.
Oh, see, yes, you got to be careful.
Yeah, when they start backing up on you.
There you go.
He started it. He was trying to ride him like a pony.
Yes,
he drew first blood.
That's right. I'm going to take out your ACL after that.
Is that Diego Maradona?
It was Maradona. Not a lot of people know that. That is Maradona right there.
Legend.
Yeah.
Time to play the game that never reads instruction manuals. See or no?
You tell us what to watch on television tonight. Hill's timing will be off.
Streaming on Facebook, the latest episode of Tom vs. Time.
This has been going on for a while, and it's revealing. Let's check in with Tom Brady in this documentary. He's showing you parts of his life he usually doesn't.
If I'm going to do something at this point, it's going to be because I enjoy it. The last couple years, a lot of parts about football weren't enjoyable when they should have been. Some of it was my approach.
I was lazy. That don't win championships.
And, you know, I think anytime you're together with people for a long period of time, relationships ebb and flow. And I think people are just... they're looking for something to write and talk about. Nothing's that big a deal to me anymore. And maybe I'm just caring about certain things that really matter. To worry about a lot of bull that people may say or think or feel, like I really don't care anymore.
I mean, I think the last 8 years of my career have been better than the first 10. So I should just prolong it. And that's what I'm trying to do.
I mean, I don't think we've ever gotten this intimate a glimpse of him ever in this part of his life, and it has been interesting. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I'll watch because there's hints in there that say maybe he's going to announce a retirement, maybe he's going to announce that he's going to play until he's 45 again, but I'm not that intrigued because he doesn't leave that much to the imagination. It's all kind of bleh.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, I don't get into Facebooks anymore, you know. I mean, I used to get into Facebook, but then I had a real bad experience, you know. I got involved into that swingers club, you know, and it wasn't funny at all, you know what I mean? So I stay away from Facebook, you know what I mean? Stay away from Facebook.
So it wasn't fun?
In Norway, the Death Diving Championships.
Why'd you do that with your hand, Papi? What happened?
Death diving.
Okay, yeah, death diving is what the guy said. It's what he said. Death diving. Is it death-defying diving? Let's see what we have.
Andreplass fra 2015.
Whoa! That is so much more entertaining than the Olympics version. Look at this. Do they have to strike a pose up there, or are these guys just awesome? Because these dives are the best I've ever seen.
The worse you do, the better it is.
I'm a little disappointed. I feel like they should sort of smash on their belly, because if they're not going to die like the title says they should, at least they should be in severe pain.
I would have watched that for a long time. Yes, pens all around. Congratulations.
Amazing.
Yes. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I'm very much intrigued, Dan. I think we found a sport you can excel in.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but they don't stand a chance against Kareem. I'm telling you, if you say Kareem there, you know, he'll show you all the tricks of the trick. That's the man. That's the number 20 right there. Show what you got.
A 10! That's a 10, everyone. 10s across the board, also from the Norwegian judge.
Why did you just shout the number 20 in there for some reason?
Because that's 20. He hit a 20.
Oh, more than 10. He got a 20.
Congrats,
he got
Kareem.
a 20.
That's a 20.
Okay.
Legend.
Very good.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
What the hell do we do here today?
Are you questioning your life?
Huh? I was, actually. He knows me so well. I was. That's what I was doing.
There's nothing small about your business. It takes a lot of hard work, and it makes a huge difference. As a thank you, during Dell's annual sale, Dell Small Business is offering up to 40% off select PCs with Intel Core processors. Call them at 877-BUY-DELL to speak with a small business technology advisor today. You'll get tech advice and one-on-one partnership to help your business grow. Give them a call. 877-BUY-DELL.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I'm as happy as a clam.
Disclaimer. Geico cannot guarantee you will be, quote, as happy as a clam, unquote. The Geico legal team cannot accurately verify clams even experience the complex human emotional state known as happiness. As an invertebrate mollusk living half submerged on the ocean floor, with no arms, legs, or wireless access, what's there to be happy about? A clam's all like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't get turned into New England clam chowder today. Pronounced regionally as chowder. Chowder. Oh, that's so fun to say. What were we talking about again?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.